My name is Trey Godsey. I'm here with Middle Tennessee News, and I'm joined by the incredibly talented, the incredibly beautiful, award-winning singer-songwriter from Memphis, Tennessee, Miss KT. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
And thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Well, let's jump right into it. So, what really got you into like making music? Did you always know you could sing? Like, tell me how you got started.
Okay, so I always knew I could sing when I was younger. Like people would tell me like in church and stuff, and I was in choir in high school, and coming up. But I didn't really know that I fully had a gift, so I came here and started seeing other creatives, and I was like, dang, I could do that.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
So, you mentioned growing up in the church and singing in the church. Like, who got you into that? Wait, did you just always want to do that, or like the singing part?
The singing part, yeah, I would say for the most part. But you know, like your mom or your auntie, are like, go ahead, go,
Right, join
do
them,
something.
sing, do something.
Yeah.
And you just found out from there you had
Right,
a
big
gift.
church.
So your major in college was music business. So how did that play into your career, and like how did it help you, I guess? How did college help you in your music career?
Well, taking those core classes like artist management and learning about contracts and writing contracts, doing all those things just helped me be like, okay, this is what I want to do. Whether you want to stay independent or go with a label or not. So just like little things like that.
What would you want to do? Would you want to do independent or a label?
I'm loving independent right now. A label would be nice, but I just know what comes with labels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the money, and they try to change you and try to market you into something what they think that you are. Yeah.
Right. And you want to stay true to yourself, right? You want to be yourself. You want to be Miss
I don't like
KT.
you telling me what to do.
So let's talk about collabs, because you've dropped at least one, I know, but a few. And Carson Arcade and 200K, like
Yeah.
this song. I know I've told you this before.
Yeah.
I love that song. Like seriously, it's on repeat for me. You sing that chorus, it's such like a sultry voice, just like smooth like butter, girl. So like,
I appreciate it.
how did that come about? Please tell me about that song, because it is seriously one of my favorites.
So it was after, Color of the Runway. We had the studio session, and it didn't take me long at all. Heard the beat probably like 5-10 minutes, and I was done.
Really?
Yeah, and they just based whatever they wrote off of what I wrote for the
Right.
hook because I was first. So yeah, it was very, very easy, very smooth sailing.
So the song was like centered around you though? Like you wrote, I mean not you, but like you wrote first and they did it.
The hook, and they was like, "Oh, that's cool," and they just started writing there. So yeah.
Right. Awesome. I love that song. Seriously, it's like stuck in my head all the time. Like, I want to make you sing it right now, but I'm not going to put you on the spot like that.
I mean,
So, speaking of like music and shows and all that and performing, I see you promote shows all the time in the area. So, what is it like
mostly
booking
in
gigs?
Nashville.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the Nashville area. So, you mentioned that you're independent. You don't have a team. So,
I
how
mean, I
what
have
is
people around me that help me, and I consider them as my team. But
Right.
I don't have an official team. Like I don't have a style.
Well, that's what I was going to ask is like how are you booking all these shows? Like how do you break into the scene, I guess,
They
as an
reach out to
independent?
me.
Really?
They reach out to me and they're like, I see your hard work and I see your dedication. I see you doing shows and I see you putting out music and I see your content and I love what you're doing and I want you to come and perform at this show. And I'm like, nice, cool.
Period. Are you making money from it?
Sometimes, but it's not all about the money,
I know it's not.
But
I just think it's
I've had
inspiring
a
for like
couple
other
shows.
independents
Yeah,
to
I've had
like
a
you can
couple
do
shows.
this, you know?
yeah, I've had a couple shows that I've gotten paid from. But I just love being on the stage and I love singing. So yeah.
And I'm glad you brought up like they see you doing your thing online and stuff and reach out to you, because I've noticed as well as like your Instagram, like you're on top of it. You got it unlocked. Like your marketing, you always have videos to post. You have captions on it. You have all these things to promote yourself. Like whose idea is that? Do you have people work with you on that, or is it just you doing all that on your own?
Like I ask friends, I'm like, hey, did this sound good? Or like sometimes it's just me. But like wording and everything, like I probably ask people around me.
Right.
But like the videos and editing and
Right.
the ideas, that's me, yeah.
Period. Because like they're good videos. Like it's all you.
I need some more ideas. So you got some ideas. You
We
share
can talk
with me.
after.
Okay.
We can talk. So, what's it like for someone outside of the country genre? Because as we know, Nashville's kind of known for country.
Okay.
What's this like for someone outside of that genre to like book shows and really make a name for yourself in the Nashville area?
To be honest, I can't fully say because I just started, but it's very different. I mean, but I don't know many country artists in Nashville,
Really?
to be honest with you.
I feel like it's just two different
you?
scenes. I know a lot, but I talk to all different types of people who make music. So, but I feel like, and this is something I want to bring up too, is because you are from Memphis and now you're in the Nashville area, doing shows and stuff. What is the difference between the two cities? Like, what is the culture like in each one?
I don't know. I feel like when I'm in Memphis, I get love there.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm in Nashville, I get love here. I've never had a show in Memphis though. That's
Really?
definitely on my bucket list. No, I've never.
Got to do the hometown show.
Gotta do a hometown show, even if it's like a little bar or something on Bill, like you know.
Right.
But
Right.
you said what's different?
Yeah, are there like any main differences between the two?
Ain't no country in Memphis.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know anybody that does country in Memphis. But the music scene down here is so diverse. I
Right.
know alternative people. I know country people. I know rap artists. I know R&B. I know
Right.
pop.
Exactly.
I know metal people. Like yeah,
It really is
crazy.
diverse. I feel like it's bigger here too.
It's much
Like
bigger.
Memphis is known for music, but here it's like all the motions here, you know.
Yeah.
But you
And
describe
it's like
yourself.
people want to do it. People want to go far here. Like in
Mhm.
Memphis, I don't know. I know people that are talented, but they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You know, you got to do something with
Right.
what you got.
It's almost like you come here to chase the dream, not necessarily you do it like where you're from.
You
You know,
know?
does that make sense?
It does, and I
Yeah.
hate that. Like you got to go off
Yeah.
from where you from to like really just excel.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta leave home.
True.
Yeah.
That is true. I left home. So you describe yourself. I'm glad you kind of mentioned all the different artists and all the different things going on here. Yes,
Yeah.
because you describe yourself as R&B, neo soul with an alternative twist.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like you box yourself into an R&B box, or when you make music, is it just free? You just follow whatever you want to do?
I do the second thing what you just. I just whatever the beat,
Mm-hmm.
whatever beat they give me or whatever beat they want me to sing on. I just go based off that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like other people try to put me in the R&B box. I'm like, y'all, like, yes, like that's my core, but
Right.
I want to do other things too.
Right.
You know?
It's your roots, but
Yeah.
you want to branch out.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how do you go about trying new things, or not getting just stuck in that one box? Like, how do you make?
People?
Right.
Just working with different people.
Mm. Do you have any favorites you've worked with that have like really pushed you outside of that box?
Okay, so I got a new single coming out. It's called Kareem Betts. It's my late grandma. And this producer's name's Ace. He's cool. And then I have another friend. Her name is Amber. She goes by AK. She's a good producer. I've worked with, do you know KJ? Kirk?
Yes.
Kirk, yeah. I've worked with him. He did my whole
Is that
whole
KJ made the
EP.
beat knock?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I know him.
No, not
Oh,
the
no,
beat
no.
knot. He does like R&B. Just those people. I've worked with other people too. But
Right. You work with a lot of
I'm
people.
still,
I like
I'm
how you
still
mentioned
trying
a female producer, because that's not something you hear about too
Yeah.
much. So is that something you would
She
like to like
cold.
do more, work with
More.
more females?
yeah.
Yeah. What's special about like working with her, or like what makes her better than some of the other people you've worked with?
She knows me.
Right.
And she knows how to tell me to do certain things. And I feel like we're the same person. Like we have the same sign. We're both Scorpios. So she knows how to talk to me. She knows how to get me to do certain things. She's like, okay, well try this or do that or this will sound good. And I'm kind of stubborn. So like
Yeah.
the way that I sing it, I be like, dang, I want it to sound like that. But the way that she did it, I got to give it to her. Like
Right.
that was a good.
Sometimes you
idea.
gotta trust somebody else's process.
You do.
And
that's
that really
scary.
pushes you out of the box, though.
It does.
Yeah.
It's scary, especially when it's your baby. And like I write my own songs, so
Yeah.
like, but I want it to sound like this. But
Do you ever get help on writing, or do you always just write everything on your own?
a good majority, like good percentage, is just me. Like maybe like a word or two,
Right.
but the
Just a little recommendation. But
yeah, but
never
not.
write for you.
Mm,
All right. So this might be a stupid question, but being from Memphis, did you ever think about getting into like a different genre than singing, or did you always want to do singing? Did you want to like rap or do anything like that? Because you mentioned writing for yourself, and that's a big thing in rap is like you got to write your own lyrics. So like,
Yeah.
is that something that
think
ever
so?
interested you or no? I mean, you say you want to try all the different genres.
I've rapped before. Like I
Right.
I have a rap song. But
Okay.
I'm not a rapper.
Right.
I don't think it's my ministry.
It's like Beyonce.
I think that's something I just
Right.
it's fun.
Right.
But I don't think I'll just get into it.
Yeah.
Beyonce is just Beyonce.
Right.
She do everything.
She can rap,
She can
but she's
rap.
not a rapper.
She's not a rapper.
Yeah.
You know?
that type of vibe. I think that would be fun for people though, like a KT rap song. That would be
KT
yeah.
rap song?
You should do all the genres. Do a KT country song, a
We can do
KT.
a country song.
I mean, you say you like trying different things, so try it. You never know
Yeah.
till you try.
He's trying to get me to do.
I think there's like room for growing and diversity even within
Most
in your music.
Yeah.
Always want to try new things.
Yeah.
But
I might mess around and be a country singer on y'all. I'm just saying.
K Michelle did it.
Oh, she's doing a great job.
She
She's doing
is.
a great
She
job. And
is.
she's in Nashville.
And everyone's going country. So I mean,
Everybody is going country, but do I gotta do that? Cause everybody
no.
doing it, you know?
Be yourself. Be yourself.
Yeah.
But let's talk performances again. So you had like two major shows more recently. You had one called "Give Me Butterflies." How did that come about? And tell me more about that experience.
So, like I said earlier, you know, I have people reach out to me. Tula Bree, he reached out to me. And he was like, following your career. I see what you're doing on Instagram, and your music's dope. And I just want you to be one of the ladies. And I'm like, cool. So that's how that came
So
about.
y'all, the reason I asked so much about that show is because it seems like it's on a higher scale than some of the other shows. Like y'all did a photo shoot for it. Y'all had posters. Y'all had.
That I've done.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of people in the
There's a
room
lot of
for
production
that.
value behind it. Like, what was that like? Because was that your first for a lot of things? Like going to a show where you do like photo shoot for it and like real promo for it and all that. What was
He
that
wanted
like as
he
an
wanted
artist?
to showcase R&B in Nashville because he feels like that R&B is not put in the forefront anymore. It's kind of being put on the back burner. So that was amazing to even be considered. Like I
Right.
didn't even think that would.
Right.
I'm just doing me. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is like, how did that feel knowing that he like handpicked you to like display that talent in the Nashville area?
It felt great. It felt like okay, because sometimes I doubt myself. But I'm like, girl, somebody reaching out to you, like they see what you're doing. It's kind of encouraging.
Right.
You know.
It's just like, yeah, encouraging, I guess you could say. So another show that you did recently, you got to like headline or co-headline a show with fellow Memphis artist Be Real. It was the Neo Soul concert for Black History Month here at MTSU, which is where you graduated from. So it's like, how did that feel, being like seeing your face on posters all around the campus that you were literally just walking around a few months ago yourself?
It felt unreal. It felt like an outer body experience. Classmates coming, friends being there. It was just great to even just be asked because I don't know, like I just be grateful, honored to be considered in the
Right.
first place.
So how did that come about though? Did they like reach out to you, or did y'all bring the idea to them, or like how did it happen?
I got an email. Well, I got a DM actually from Hannah. This girl named Hannah. She was in my class as well.
Okay.
And she was just like, "Oh, we want you to come and perform." And then I got an official email.
Right.
So which I was
Check y'all's emails,
please check your email, your spam. Check your spam.
because you might be missing opportunities.
Yes, you have to. You got to check your email.
Right.
People don't do that.
Well, that just goes to show also like college, you build connections and like people will reach out to you for things because they know about you. So it's important.
And if you're genuine and like I said, if they see you putting in that hard work, people not gonna reach out to you if they don't see you doing what you say you want to do. You
Right.
know?
So I kind of mentioned in the intro you're an award winner. You won the best R&B, let me make sure I say this right. Best R&B and soul artist at the National Industry of Music Awards. So what was that experience like? You got to walk the red carpet, obviously finding out you were nominated and then winning. Like walk me through that experience.
So I didn't even know that I was nominated until my friend Adonis told me because she was nominated for the same award, and then she was like, "Girl, you're not nominated for one, you're nominated for two." So that was cool, and then I got to bring out my mom, some friends from Memphis, my cousin. But I was like, dang, people really listening to me. Like I don't know, I just be amazed. I don't know, I just be here.
You're surprised that people actually like
I'm very
listen.
surprised. I am.
You're so talented though. Why are you like shocked? It seems like you get in your head a lot.
Yeah.
You got to get out of that. You're very talented.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to slowly learn how to do that.
Yeah.
You
It's
got
a process.
You got some advice?
Just love yourself.
Just love myself.
Try new things. Love yourself. It's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Was that your first red carpet at that award show? How was that? Did you have people coming up to you or taking pictures and stuff like that?
They asked me to take pictures with them.
Really?
Yeah. But I didn't know them. I'm kind of
But
shy.
that's kinda like-
so. I don't know. I'd be like, "You want to take a picture with me?" I mean, we could do that, but
You have to get over that quickly, though. If you want to make it in the music industry, people are going to be coming
Yeah.
up to you wanting pictures or an autograph
I
or...
wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
I be telling people that all the time. Like when it comes to the stage presence and like being on there, like I'm cool, but just like once I'm off, like
You want your
I be
piece.
ready to be off. Yeah, I be ready to go home. Chill with my cat.
What's your cat's name?
Her name's August.
Aw. How long have you had her?
Since October.
Did she help you write music and stuff? Like, is she there with you in the bed writing?
Nothing but go to sleep, wake up, eat food, repeat. She's so cute though. She's so cute.
Yeah. You need a little
She be
support animal. Yeah.
I do. She's my support animal. She be helping me out. I be crying.
So-
She be like, "Oh girl, it's okay."
Right. Did you cry when you won the award?
Did I cry? I did not.
You don't seem like crier.
Was I supposed to cry?
No,
I'm not
but it's
crying in
okay.
front of people.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it's a
saying?
shy
I
thing.
cried. I cried once I was nominated. Once I found out over the summer.
Yeah.
But the ceremony was in September.
So you had time to process.
I had time to process.
Right.
Yeah.
So, did people vote for this award, or did they choose it, or how did that work?
So, to be honest, I think somebody like recommended that I be put up for the award, and then they were like, "Okay, so we're gonna nominate her." But to get the votes, they had to go to this link.
So people voted
and
for you
voted.
to win, and you won. What is that like? How do you like? How does that make you feel, knowing that like all these people came together to see you win?
I'm just honored. It just felt great to be recognized for something that I'm still learning,
Right.
but people are noticing that. Oh, okay, like she's working on her craft. Like she's in the studio. She's doing these things, and she's making content, and she's independent. Like ain't nobody really helping her.
Right.
It's just honored to be recognized.
Put in the work. Put in the work. Well, friends and family and where you're from like all plays a very important role in your life, and it's very important to your music. So you even said in your post while you won that award, like, Memphis, this one's for you.
Yeah.
So you also have a song called In the 901, which is a beautiful video, by the way. I love that video.
Thank you.
But
shout out to AP. That's my cousin.
Shout out to her. Isn't that how you got your name as well? KT and AP? You've told me this story before. But
I was trying to figure out what my name would be, and I didn't know. I was like, I don't know. I don't want to go by my first name. So yeah.
So you had a cousin named AP.
Her name is April.
April.
But and she started calling me KT, and then I started calling her AP. So that's okay. So we could do that.
Y'all are twin flames, AP and KT.
Yes, we're gonna start a YouTube channel. I gotta watch.
But all of those things are very important to you in your music. So how did growing up in the 901 really like impact you and your music?
I would say it was I didn't start writing until I was like in my teens, probably like 12 or so. But it was just, you go through a lot during that time.
Right.
Middle school and then high school coming, and I was a very like shy and reserved kid. Everybody knew I could sing, but they didn't know me. So I would say it impacted me, but it impacted me more when I got out here. My music, I started really getting into writing and really getting into my emotions, because y'all, college, life be lifing out here. College was very difficult, but it was also beautiful at the same time. Like, I don't know.
It's like a growing experience.
Very growing, aging. I don't know. It was just a lot happening at one time, and that was just fuel for my pen. Like, it just helped me write more. Yeah.
Exactly. I also feel like moving away from a city you've known your whole life to a new city, then you kind of like start to appreciate a little bit more, and like you start to realize the differences, the small little differences along the way.
Some big differences.
What are some big differences you've experienced being
Well, I'm
here?
saying, it's the culture here is different. It's quieter here.
People are quiet.
People are quiet. I don't know much about the violence in Murfreesboro. Do you?
I don't, because there's not that much. I feel like.
Yeah. So those are the big differences that I know. Food out here is differently. I do miss at home.
I miss the barbecue, but I know you don't eat barbecue.
I don't eat barbecue.
Do you know that's one of my most like embarrassing moments of ever interviewing someone? I was like, she's from Memphis. I'm gonna ask her favorite barbecue. I asked you, and you were like,
you should ask me on wings or something.
Yeah, it's okay
Like,
though.
my
It's
favorite
okay.
Wing spot.
It's okay.
Dixie Queen.
Love a good Dixie Queen. A little 10-piece.
St. Lucie. Well, no, I'm getting the chicken tenders.
What's your go-to order at Dixie Queen?
I'm getting like the honey gold chicken tenders with fries, and what is that? Like a fruit punch or something.
I love a good buffalo, but that's just me.
I do like some buffalo, but I'm not gonna get it from Dixie Queen. It's too hot.
No, but I like spicy. So, I did mention your family being close. You have a new single coming out. You kind of mentioned it earlier. Kareen, is it Kareen? I want to say it right.
Kareem Bates.
Okay. Kareem Best, and it's coming out March 29th. Make sure y'all check it out. But it's an ode to your great grandma.
Yeah.
And she's
On
unfortunately,
my father's side, her 10-year anniversary was last year. Yeah.
unfortunately, she's passed away. So why was it so important for you to make a song dedicated to her?
Once I heard the beat and I started writing, it just flowed. Like, it wasn't necessarily supposed to be for her.
Right.
And I went to a lot of funerals this summer. Went to 3. All 3 of them were kind of close to me at some point in my life.
Right.
And I was like, dang, I was just feeling really bad. And like once my friend sent me the beat, and I was like, damn, this beat is kind of intricate. Like it took me a week to even write. I needed time to think. And so once I started writing, it just started flowing. And after I wrote that, I like bawled, started crying. I was like, I miss her, and she was like my favorite person. And it was her and my granddad. He's still living, but
If you want to share, like, what ways did she personally impact you? Like, what do you have any good memories with her? Anything that she really taught you that like sticks with you?
I have great memories with her. She passed when I was like around 12, so I was still pretty young, but we were always laughing together. Right. She was like, I know, like when I would come over there and I would see her and it would be time for me to go, she would give me like these roll of quarters or pennies, and I'm like, girl, this ain't no money. And she's like, girl, you can go buy something with it, get you a little soda or something. Like,
go play the claw machine,
you know, something like that. Or her in the song, I always say, like, every time I come over there, like, I see you, and you all, when I come to your house, you always have a pot of rice for me. And that's what I will always eat when I'm at her house, just sugar and rice, white rice. That's it. I didn't really eat anything else. She tried to give me the black-eyed peas and all the nasty stuff. I didn't like that.
Love black-eyed peas. But I get it. People have different...
I gotta try them again. I gotta try them again with my new taste buds, you know?
Well, I feel like, you know, unfortunately, death is part of growing up, too, because that's something I've also experienced, is, like, moving away from home and then experiencing death in the family and all that. Yeah. It's like you can't necessarily always go back for the weekend and do all that. It's hard. But I think it's important that you have a thing like music that you can really put all those emotions into.
And relate to, and then other people can relate to it, and they'll hit me up and be like, you know, I really needed that song at this moment. And I'm like, wow, like, that's great.
Yeah. So, did she ever get a chance to hear you sing or see you perform anywhere or anything?
Choir at church when I was younger.
That's where it all started.
But not now. But I think she would be proud.
That was my next thing I was going to say. Do you think she'd be proud of all the things you're doing?
I think so.
I think so too. Yeah. You're doing a lot. So, can we expect a full-length project or just some more singles coming?
Y'all, I promise. I just don't know like a specific date. Right. But sometime this year, it was supposed to be last year. It was just too much happening, graduation, and I was performing classes, internship. Like I just had a lot going on. So this year, definitely.
It's coming. It's coming,
y'all. I don't know how many though. I have many songs. I don't know if it's gonna be a full album or if it's just gonna be another EP.
I think you should do an album. I think an album would be fun. You know, you're graduating now. It's a starting point of your career, starting point of your life. I think you should stamp it with the album. Make it a little cute, like 10 tracks, you know. 10. Nothing too much. Yeah. Nothing too hard.
I was thinking about like 7 to 9. Okay.
Push for 10. Let's push for 10.
10?
I feel like that's a cute, like, even number, you know? Like,
okay.
just a little 10.
5 and 5.
Right. And then you could do vinyls.
I already got the cover art and everything. Like,
yeah. And then you could do vinyls, because you could do 5 songs on the one side of the vinyl, 5 on the other side.
That would be cool.
That's something I want to see more local artists do, is, like, make vinyls. There's only one girl who I've seen who's done it.
Do a CD. Okay, I got you. I told my mom I wanted to do CDs.
CDs are cool too, yeah. That is our era, is CDs. But vinyls will come back.
Pop in the CD and play the whole thing.
Yes. So is there anything else you want to bring up and talk about when it comes to your career, your music, or anything that we didn't already discuss today? Or any final message that they should know about you or your music?
Everything is from the top of my head. Everything is personal. Anything that I write, I don't know. I feel like it's not a lot of personable music anymore. Like, and I don't know. I think I'm trying to get that feeling back.
Right.
Cause like Keisha Cole, like they were telling
Makes
you
feel
their stories.
Something.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. So people can relate to it, and so then people can go and create their own art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get people inspire people. And I'm not saying I'm trying to inspire people, but I guess I just want people to be themselves.
Right.
You know?
That's the most important thing.
To be yourself and not worry about what other people think. Even though, like, you know, we do. Like, you know, when we go out places, we're worried about what we look like and worried about how we sound. But generally, who cares? We're all individuals. We're all different. You know? Right. So just be you.
I think that's an important message to show people, inspire them with. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us today, or with me, I guess, not us. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you go check out her new single on March 29th, Kareen Betts, and check out all their other music too, because KT is phenomenal. But
and my Instagram is simply with 2 Y's, .KAYT.
Yes. Check her out on social medias. Help her grow. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.